What's up, guys? So you guys have heard me talk about it in the past in some of my videos, but we're gonna really go over it in this video here, and that's MBD and what it is, what causes it, and what does it really mean. Well, MBD is metabolic bone disease, and any animal or so reptile who is primarily on insects and vegetation, whether it's grains, vegetables, fruit, whatever, any type of plant. This does not go for like snakes, as they eat, rodents and stuff like that. But most lizards, even some of the meat-eating lizards. And what it really is, when you break it down, it's a imbalance of calcium, phosphorus, and vitamin D levels. UVB really helps. Calm down. UVB really helps. It kind of helps them filter to get to a better level. Obviously, if you give them too much calcium, if you give them not enough calcium, for instance, two really good things to use, and I use it. I don't use it every time I feed my animals, but just about every time I feed my animals, whether it's dusted crickets, which I hardly use, as you guys already know that, or superworms or whatever. I like to dust my animals. Now, personally, it does not matter the brand, it does not matter anything like that, but if I can get this to focus, okay, so this is calcium. Now this one also has, if it's gonna focus, come on, boom, this does not have the D3, okay, does not have the vitamin D3. I do have more up top that do, and this is multivitamin, okay, and typically the multivitamin does have the vitamin D, but make sure you check that just in case. There's a lot of calcium powders that have the vitamin D already in it, but I would still recommend using this. Now, do not dust them completely every time. I like to do it every other time, or maybe every third time. Like I said, that's with any of my insects and also the grains. Whether it's, calm down, Rock, calm down. Whether it's collard greens, mustard greens, whatever, anything. Even when the iguanas get hibiscus, or even squash, But like I said, there is other ones. Just give me 1 second. Let me get one. Boom. These two here, these are two big ones. It's the same as the little one, but as you guys can see, this is with D3, okay? Now I'll show you, boom, okay? Same exact thing, these are Zoo Meds, and this one here is actually Exoterra. This is the multivitamin, but you can get these in Exoterra, Zoo Med, in a wide range. This is kind of like what they call a sample size, which you should really, I don't know if you guys can really see that, but you shouldn't really go through that unless you got a bunch of animals. Even with my over 70, I don't go through that little thing fast. So you guys seen what the calcium powder looks like. Let me show you what the vitamin D powder looks like, if you guys can see that. So it's more of like a brown, I don't even know what you would call it. This stuff here is more loose, okay? Whereas the calcium powder is more like a powdered sugar consistency. But let me show you what it looks like. Let me show you what MBD looks like. Give me 1 second. Alright guys, so, sorry about that. I know it only took you guys like 2 seconds, but it took me like 5 minutes to get these guys. So, I'm going to show you. Would you let me? Okay, so this is my Savannah monitor, who's actually going through a shed right now. You guys have seen him in my Savannah monitor video. It is, calm down, a decent size for a Savannah. Okay, now notice that head. If he lets you really see that head shape. Okay, I'm gonna try to, if he lets me. Okay, he's not really gonna let me without being too mobile. Okay, see that head shape? Now this is one with a mild case of MBD. She's not super happy. You may not be able to see that too well. I just got pooped on. You may not be able to see that too well. Now these guys, this one here, my original, is just a little bit bigger. Okay, but that head shape, that shouldn't be, you shouldn't be able to notice any type of head shape at this size as to tell the sex, whether it's male or female. Because even though she is just going, even though males are bigger than females in these guys and most lizard species due to sexual dimorphism, this girl has, or this Savannah has a pretty mild case, not too bad. If these guys will let me try to compare. Don't know if you guys can really see just how straight and perfect. Let me try to focus. It's not really wanting to, but he's got straight and perfect arms. Okay, whereas this one here has them a little curved, kind of like she's bow-legged. Now that's not normal. That's not how these guys should look. They should have that straight arm. They should not have any bow in there. Now, I'm going to sit these guys back down. Hold on. Okay, sorry. But with that little bit of difference, I really hope you guys can see what that looks like. Now, if she didn't have the proper lighting, then it could easily get worse and progress to the point where she can't walk no more. She can't do nothing. Or sorry, I keep saying she, but where they can't do nothing. And that goes for bearded dragons, that goes for chameleons, that goes for a wide spectrum of lizards, monitors, lizards, what have you. Like I said before, snakes, not so much. They don't process it. They don't process the calcium, so to speak, like the lizards would, where they don't need UVB to help filter it. None of that stuff, and you don't have to sprinkle any of the calcium on the rodents for the snakes because, you know, the rodents have the bones, and the bones are made out of exactly. So that's the pros of snakes to lizards when keeping. This could have gone on for a long time before it was ever caught, because the guy that I got it from, I'm not shaming him one little bit, he thought that she was just fat, that she was just super, super overweight or really happy to eat. However, whatever the case may have been, however, she has MBD. It's not hard to spot it. It's not hard to tell what your animal is dealing with. And if you see it, just make sure you try to correct yourself. Make sure you try to get proper lights on it. Make sure you do the calcium, and whether you want to just do this and call it a day, or you want to, you know, do both. That's when owning reptiles, it really comes to a trial and error. There's no one way to finish the race. There's multiple ways, and no matter how long. That's like with ball pythons. There's so many people keeping these gorgeous animals, but there's also so many people doing it completely different. There is several different people who will not put these guys in rack systems. There's people who will not use a light or even a basking spot, but just use an ambient temperature. I know several different people in the game that do that, you know. So it's all about trial and error. What works best for you. No two animal is alike, but there's certain guidelines, so to speak. So before getting any animal, make sure you guys do your research, do your part before you even think about purchasing any animal, whether it's a ball python or a savanna monitor. But that's pretty much it, guys. You take care. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Last video right there. Yeah, that's my last upload there. And YouTube thinks this video right here is best for you. That little bell icon, make sure you guys hit it if you haven't already. Subscribe to my channel. We need all the support we can get. Take care, guys. Have a happy new year.